Yeah, for me, it was I'd already started a company in school, and I was recruiting co-founders and employees, and so I don't even remember the kind of graduation day bled right into um, the fundraising and the building of that. Excuse me, building of that company. And Michigan gave me so much access. This amazing co-founder guy that already built an enormous business at Michigan, an ad agency, essentially digital ad agency. I couldn't even explain it at the time. I didn't know what it was. And he sold it to Yahoo. And he was the first one that said, hey, let's put a real economic model around this business idea of yours. And we founded Spirit Shop together. His name was John Behrman. And, John really pushed me to be better as an entrepreneur. I think I can still remember modeling with him and how the lesson for a lot of entrepreneurs is a business is built in Excel, right? It is the business model. And you can talk about your brand and your colors and, your message to customers and anything else, any of the kind of softer things. But unless the economic model works, your business is not going to. And John was a fantastic product person too. So we built the company was called Spirit Shop. And the idea for Spirit Shop was to take every store that was inside a high school across the country, and there are 20,000 high schools. And instead of having kind of the local screen printer take 6 weeks to make 12 shirts that all look the same, let's give them the ability to have a full line of products on demand, no inventory, all ordered online. And so we built these 20,000 stores for every school in the country. And we outsourced the on-demand production, which I kind of learned out down in El Salvador. And we went into business. We'd raised some capital. And that business was super exciting to build. And really John drove kind of the product side of that. And it was incredible what was happening on the web. The ability to customize a product back in 2005 was not easy. So he jumped a lot of technical hurdles to get that done. And we just got to a point where we were having inbound interest. There was a much bigger competitor backed by Kleiner Perkins. And for the people that understand or know about venture, John Doerr, just one of the most famous venture capitalists at the time, was on the board of this company. The company was called Zazzle. And Zazzle made an offer to buy us. And we had to make a decision at that point. Do we go out and raise more capital to grow and dilute ourselves? Or do we, take kind of bird in hand, return capital and dollars to investors and ourselves? And, when we got the number where we wanted it to be, and we did that, frankly, with Rick Snyder. He was kind of a tacit board member and investor, walked us through that kind of M&A discussion. So we didn't hire anybody at that point. He walked us through it, and we got to the point where we were happy. And I flew out to Redwood City, California, and they showed me where my office was going to be. I met everybody on the Zazzle team. They drove me where I should find my apartment. And basically they told me, we don't need any of the employees. We just want you. We have the technology. We don't need the marketing side of it. We have the production. And while this was going on, they said, why don't you move all your production over to us? We'll give you better pricing than you have in your outsource model. And so we did that. I went out there thinking we had sold the company. We were weeks away from signing. And I'm in the office and I get a tap on the shoulder by Zazzle the president of the time, or I guess he was head of M&A at the time. And he says, I'm sorry, we're canceling the sale. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said, it's August of 2008. And we're in a board meeting right now. And they told me to come out and tell you they're saving all of their cash, and they're telling every company that they've invested in, save your money wherever you can. And they canceled 5 acquisitions on that day. They had bundled them all for signing at this board meeting. So, I'm stunned. In the process of going through this, we told all the employees, you won't have a job here, so we'll keep paying you until you can find something new or until we're purchased. So everybody found something new. And I came home kind of tail between my legs to Rick and the board and said, it fell apart. right? Like we were all going to be, in the money. And for me, I was really excited to work for a Kleiner Perkins-backed company. So professionally, I thought, wow, I get to go to Silicon Valley. And it just disappeared in minutes. It was really amazing. So the only thing to do at that point was we had to shut the company down. We didn't have any production, no employees. All our production was by Zazzle. And as soon as they canceled it, they hiked up the prices on us. And so it wasn't even economically viable. And to switch back to anyone else that we had just kind of canceled was really tough. So I ended up just telling the investors we got to shut down. And we had some credit card debt. I agreed to pay all the debt in exchange for the URL spiritshop.com. And so it was it. It went from, making millions of dollars and having a really nice exit for everyone to just disappearing because of a macroeconomic environment, frankly.